I think it's time to be a little bit honest and to say clearly the referees are afraid to give decisions for Chelsea.
People didn't like the way I refereed because I had the balls to make decisions and had to make the decision whether it's the first minute or the 90+9th minute.
Yeah.
I would make the same call, and if that upset people, then so be it. I used to be petrified sitting in the chair, thinking, "Come on, the guy goes down the box, so give the pen, give the pen. Oh, just give the pen. Are you happy days? Give the pen."
Let's start with the obvious, Thomas. The handshakes and the bust up. How do you?
The handshake end?
Well, the sort of bust up and arguing.
Well, you know, I just compared it to two players who have a bit of fight on the field, but nothing happens, nobody gets injured, and then the players, if you have a hard tackle, a fair tackle, and you don't go later and apologize, and there's no need. It's Premier League football, and the two managers got involved today because both of us were fighting for our teams. And that was it. Nobody got insulted, nobody got hurt, we didn't have a fist fight and something. So for me it's not a big deal. It was part of it today, and it boiled, of course, and it heated up, but nothing bad. And it was, I don't know, today was part of the game. It's like this.
Give us a handshake for peace for you. It says handshake for peace, all the best.
Okay, Andy? Have you, I don't suppose you've had a chance to talk to Antonio since, but
not yet.
Will you? Do you have any bad feeling? Do you think it's
no, I don't have, and I'm sure he will not have. We fought both for our teams, and happens. It's so close here. It was such an intense match, and the both dugouts are very, very close, and so it got a bit heated from both of us.
You enjoyed it, did you?
Yes, and I think he enjoyed it as well. It was nothing bad, guys. Nothing bad.
Do you have more of a problem with the referee?
Today?
Yeah, today.
Absolutely, yes.
Generally as well, because some of the fans think that he's made a few bad decisions against Chelsea.
I don't think that some of the fans think that. I can assure you that the whole dressing room of us, every single person thinks that. And I cannot understand how the first goal is not offside. And I cannot understand since when players can be pulled by their hair, stay on the pitch, pull other people's hair, stay on the pitch and attack in the last corner. This is for me without any explanation, and I don't want to accept it. And I mean, this is for me. I have no words for it. I'm curious what the explanation is for that. But both goals should not stand, and then it's a fair result because we were brilliant and we deserve to win. This is my point of view.
Go to the back next.
Thomas, is part of the frustration and the emotion what you just said there, that you feel like you've lost two points that you deserve to win that game, and that added to what happened at the end of the game?
Yeah, but you know, it happens. This happens during a life as a football coach and as a team, and in football as football players, that you sometimes get caught in the last minute, and we will hopefully have it in the season that we will steal some points in the last minute and be decisive. This can happen, and. But it cannot happen when we have VAR on this kind of level. It cannot happen that goals are allowed that are simply irregular goals. This is the frustration, and this is unacceptable. I think we know what we did. The players know what impact what input they put into this game, mentally, physically. We were so sharp. We were so fully on and played a brilliant match on the second. What a step up for us from the first day in Everton. And yeah, I'm very disappointed for the players that they don't get the reward, and that they should have, and it's actually down to incredible decisions.
Thomas, you're talking about this game in particular and issues with the decisions in this game in particular. There have been issues with this referee that fans think have gone on for quite a while now.
Not only the fans.
So you share that this is.
You know, the players, they know what's going on, and then they're on the pitch and they know it, and again it's like this.
Are they worried when this is referee takes place?
Okay, Adam.
And I want to say it again, referees are afraid to give decisions for Chelsea.
Thomas,
with this referee, you say, you understand there's an issue, the players understand it. Some of the fans have said that they don't think he should referee Chelsea.
Maybe it would be better. Maybe it would be better, but honestly, we also have VAR to help making the right decisions. Since when can players be pulled at their hair? Since when is that? And if he does not see it, I don't blame him. I didn't see it. But we have people at VAR who check this, and then you see it, and then what? And then how can this not be a free kick, and how can it not be a red card? How? Is there any? This does not even have to do with the referee in this case. If he does not see something, that's why we have people to check if there's a decisive error going on.
Things happened with Lee, which is fine, which was pretty open. And for me, I made a few mistakes as VR. I missed the stupid hair pull at bloody Chelsea Tottenham, which was pathetic from my point of view. And it's one of them where, if I had my time again, what would I do? I'd send Ange to the screen. I think that, and the only reason I never sent to the screen, I've said this before, is that he's cautioned both managers. He's had a hell of a game. It's been such a tough game end to end. And I said to Andy afterwards, I just didn't want to send you to the screen after what's gone on in the game. And Andy said it doesn't matter what goes on in the game, and it's easy now. And again, I didn't want to send him up because he's a mate as well as a referee, and I think I didn't want to send him up because he didn't want any more because what he already had. And Andy's big and bold enough and ugly enough to know full well that if he's going to the screen, he's going to the screen for a reason. And I think that, again, lucky enough for me, it happened. I think the second or third match round. Never happened again. If someone pulls her hair now, it's dead easy. It's just a brainwave by me. Just a really bad call by me, and it kind of affected me as VR going forward. Probably missed a few games because I think I said before about if your referee gets out of the limelight, that was a major error. And I think from my point of view, I was so disappointed because I was kind of told at the start of the season I'm being dedicated to VAR. If there's live games on a Sunday at 4:30, because I'm dedicated to be VAR, that's the kind of games we'll be involved in, which was great. That was a 4:30 game. I've missed a hair pull in like 90+3, and sod's law. You miss it and straight away goes for the corner, and you go and equalise. If they don't equalise, if they end up winning 2-1,
it goes
no
away.
one's bothered about the hair pull. Yes, I'll get a bit of a bollocking because I've missed a hair pull and my process was bad and I should have sent him to the screen. But if they don't score from it, it's not a big an issue. But I knew full well then I'd be stood down the week after. I asked to take a bit of time off because it just wasn't for me.
Right, now to a breaking story, the fallout from the clash between Antonio Conte and Thomas Tuchel when Tottenham played Chelsea at Stamford Bridge 10 days ago. We're now at the stage where essentially the working is explained, the explanations are released for why those decisions were made, why the manager were given the punishments that were handed out last week. A reminder for you what those punishments were. Thomas Tuchel, a 1-game touchline ban and a £35,000 fine. And for Antonio Conte, a £15,000 fine, no touchline ban. So here are some of the key points from the explanation that's been given by the FA. And Tuchel gripping Conte's hand for the reason that he gave, which was that Conte didn't look him in the eye, was simply not justifiable. Cursory handshakes are a common occurrence at the end of highly charged football matches, and there exists no obligation for one person to look the other in the eye whilst shaking hands. Conte did react aggressively to Tuchel's actions, but the Commission didn't consider him to have hugely overreacted. He reflected in the level of sanction imposed on Tuchel and Conte. So Tuchel with a £35,000 fine and 1-game touchline ban, and Conte with a £15,000 fine and no touchline ban. In terms of what happens next, well, it's really up to Chelsea to decide if they want to appeal the one-match ban that's been issued to Thomas Tuchel. If no appeal from Chelsea, he will miss the game against Leicester on Saturday. If they do appeal it, well, that one-match ban continues to be suspended until the appeal is heard. So those are the written reasons, the explanations given by the FA's independent commission as to the sanctions handing out to Thomas Tuchel and Antonio Conte after their clash on the touchline when Tottenham played Chelsea at Stamford Bridge 10 days ago.
Mike Dean has now admitted that he got the Cucurella-Romero incident wrong. Does that add to your frustration, or do you think it's actually a good thing that VARs are now admitting their mistake?
As I am not frustrated, as I told you,
yes,
it cannot add to my frustration. What was the question?
Is it a good thing that referees and VARs are now admitting their mistakes, or does it make you even more annoyed?
hopefully I'm not too honest, but if the mistake is that big and that obvious, what's the chance of what's the point of not admitting if the whole world sees it? I mean, I struggle a little bit to be fully impressed by the statement. I have to say, it's so clear and obvious that I still cannot understand how a referee cannot make the decision that was the right decision.
Just one final question from me. I think everyone in this room appreciates that you're, a real competitor in the heated battle, but you're also very down to earth and you've got a very good sense of humour. You'll have seen the video a lot now of you and Antonio Conte shaking hands last Sunday. When you see it put to music, does it make you laugh? What do your friends think? What does your wife think?
Of course we laugh. It's very important to laugh about ourselves, and of course we laugh. And I was laughing in the dressing room because it was the heat of the match, and it was, for me, still, it was not that bad. It was a handshake, and it was a bit too long and too heavy handshake, I admit it, but no harm was done, and at least from my side, and he spoke Italian to me, so I never know, and we didn't insult each other, so I think we couldn't. I think the thing would have been very, very quickly would have ended if there were not 20 people around us that make the thing look much worse than it actually was. But you're right. I mean, if you have a reaction like this, you need to live with a reaction towards it. And of course, I laughed about myself.
Have you seen the Strictly Come Dancing one?
Sorry?
The Strictly Come Dancing one, is that one of the ones you've seen?
I saw quite some, because
I can show you if you want to see it.
Everybody makes fun of me, of course, here in the building, as you can imagine, and it's okay. It's okay.
Yourself, what's your view on that?
We were brilliant. We were absolutely brilliant. Sorry, I have to say, but both goals cannot stand. Absolutely cannot stand. And it's only one team who deserves to win. It's us. We were absolutely brilliant, and I'm sorry for my team that they don't get what they deserve.
What did you object to on both goals? What was your complaint?
First of all, it's a clear foul on Kai Havertz in the build-up. A clear foul, like. We had one tactical foul from Reece James, got straight yellow. I don't know how many tactical fouls Højbjerg and Bentancur did today. Nothing happened. Clear foul on Kai Havertz, okay, situation goes on and on and on. Then it's clear offside from Richarlison. He's in the line of the shot. He even goes to the ball. He does not touch the ball. Edu cannot see the ball. They check it. It's clear offside. And since when can we pull hair on a football field? Since when is that? And we check it and nothing happens. We don't need to check anymore. It's ridiculous.
Does that only add to your frustration and feeling hard done by that you were 2-1 with literally moments to go?
It is the frustration. That's the only frustration. I'm the happiest coach on earth because we played a fantastic match. We were absolutely brilliant. We dominated 90 minutes. We were sharp. We were hungry. We were like in all areas of the pitch so disciplined and so full of quality. Like it was a top performance. And I'm sorry for my players.
Last one. Thomas, the referees have been given a direction to let the game flow more, maybe not punish every foul. Is this sort of thing that you see today the new reality? Players and fans got to get used to the fact that some fouls won't be given.
Some fouls won't be given. Yeah, but when we have still some rules, and I'm very surprised when suddenly is a 50-50 challenge with Harry Kane in the build-up to the last goal, and suddenly it is worth whistling. Because nobody from the players from Tottenham expected a free kick, because it was not a free kick, but suddenly it's a free kick. When Reece James did the tactical foul, it was a yellow card. How many tactical foul did Højbjerg do today? He hit Reece James in his neck, in front of both benches. The fourth official told me we'll go back to this. It's advantage. We will go back to it. Did he go back to it? No, he did not. We had a yellow card. Bentancur is 3, 4, 5, 6 tactical fouls. It's a clear foul on Kai Havertz, who goes towards goal in the next attack. It stands, it goes, and it's a build-up for the 1-1. It's huge misinterpretation of situations. I'm happy to let the game go, but then let it go in every direction, please, and not like this. I mean, this is it's what it is today, and it will not go away. I mean, I don't even know if I will get punished for all my sentences now. Maybe, yeah. So always the same.
I think so. Okay.
Yeah.
Finish it there. I think you
Yeah. Okay. Sorry.
I think you might not be able to go to Leeds.
So, good. I cannot coach, but the referee can whistle the next game. Good.
Cheers, everyone. Thank you, Thomas.
Cheers, Thomas.
isn't it? 100%. And I said last week that they've got this massive new hub for the VAR, which was obviously getting done when I was still there, or started it was, and then it's all right having the facility, but if you haven't got the people to do the job in the facility, what's the point of having the facility in the first place?
Yeah.
So, no, it will get better, and I think in the end, they will train people to be dedicated VARs. I think they will.
I think they have to.
I mean, obviously, I tried it when Lee and me and Lee both tried it. Lee was done it 18 months, I did it for 6 months.
So I think it was simulation. It's not. It's an exaggerated problem. It's not really a problem in the English.
Oh yes. Yeah. Oh yes. Yeah. Oh yes, it is. Oh yes, it is. But I don't make campaigns.
So you always think there's a campaign against you?
Yes. That's not against me because I'm not on the pitch. Against Chelsea, yes. Against Chelsea, yes. You know, in the last couple of weeks, do you want me to tell you the two most important things that happened in my matches? In my matches, in my opinion, Filipe Luis and Eden Hazard should be now, or could be now, with broken legs. These are, for me, the two crucial things of my matches in the last 2 or 3 weeks. Filipe Luis and Eden Hazard, they could be in hospital now with broken legs. And you are speaking about Gary Cahill against Hull City with the result 2-0, and you are speaking about West Ham with the result 2-0 should be 5-0. And today, penalty, points, no penalty, no points. But you also forget other things, because Man City Crystal Palace goal is not offside. You don't speak a lot about it. Man United Newcastle 0-0. A penalty, a red card for Mata, no penalty. So you don't speak also about other things. Because we are in such a bad moment, I think you shouldn't be afraid to be also honest. Because I think it's time to be a little bit honest and to say clearly the referees are afraid to give decisions for Chelsea. And I want to say it again, referees are afraid to give decisions for Chelsea. Why? Because when they give, there is always a question mark from you, there is always a question, there is always a critic. So we are always punished. And again, I repeat, so I want to make it clear again, because I don't want to be offensive, I don't want to be non-polite, I don't want to put in cause the dignity of the people. But I repeat, the referees, they're afraid to give us decisions. And when you are top, you want to see people come down. When people is down, give us a break and be honest and be loyal with us, because the team deserves that. And the man of the match, he was a referee. The referee was just a little boy that was there on the pitch. He goes from the invisible man to the most important man in the match. We don't want him again. We don't want him again. We don't want him because smells bad. Smells bad. We don't want him. We don't want him as a VAR. We don't want him on the pitch, but on the VAR even less. But we play against the system. And to play against the system is the most difficult thing. Tonight we play against the VAR and against the system. It's unbelievable to win this match against so many powerful people. We fight opponents, we fight the system.